doing an evil laugh. He got in trouble, so now all he wants to do is cuddle. Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is officially spooky season. And I have decorated accordingly. I've put some Halloween decorations up behind me. What? I put up Halloween decorations behind me to make up for the lack of Halloween decoration on me. You're so cute, Louie, but I can't cuddle with you right now. Go be a puppy. Go, out. It's very warm in here. Anyway, this video, as you may or may not be able to tell, is going to be a kind of Halloween spooky video, I guess. And this is what I need. When my friends are cleaning out their room and are going through like their art stuff, they tend to send a picture of a bunch of it and be like, hey, do any of you want this? And it almost always goes to me. And so this is mostly just made of junk that my friend gave me to use. That collection of items included this like little saying hanging up box that she started to paint and then was like, you know, I'm never gonna touch this again for 6 months. Another thing was this. Oh, I put things in here. And then just a bunch of random doohickeys. So my whole idea with this here is that we have our little box. We have this little box. It's gonna go here. Then this is gonna go here. This is gonna go here. And then these tube thingies are gonna go here, like some like piece of technology that's like being used for spooky things, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Let's get started, I guess. Beads here. They're gonna be eyeballs. So let's just get to that. I am back. So the progress we've made on this is that we have these very cool looking eyeballs. Some of the eyeballs don't actually have pupils because the eyeballs are going in here and you won't be able to see some of them. So I just did like the red veins in the eye on some of them. So it looked like they were fully complete eyeballs. I didn't want to waste time. If you weren't gonna be able to see it anyways. We have those, and this little box is done too. And it's got like this bloody eyeball. I don't know, I thought it would look cool. We have the base. The base is not done, but it's as done as it's gonna be right now. And this eyeball is not going in the box, it's going on the inside of this, which is going on here like a little control thingy. Hello? If you hear a hissing noise in the background, it's because I believe my brother is deep cleaning the floor. It's doing a thing. It's gonna be loud, apparently. I don't I think the only thing I need to paint currently is these buttons. And then I have these. I'm gonna cut their limbs and use their bones. This is very inconvenient. We're just gonna get to doing things.
I didn't do a very good job at explaining what I was doing because it started to get very noisy, but I bought this skeleton garland at the dollar store so I could cut its limbs off and use them. I started to cut the skull off before I realized that some of the limbs just popped off, so I did that, but I still had to cut some of the bones apart because they were, not pop-offable. And my plan was to arrange them underneath that clear thing, like so, and then also border part of the base box, whatever it is, with the bones as well. I also began painting the buttons and the other additions that needed to go on this. The bones were looking a little too store-bought for me, so I went in and I shaded every single piece of bone that I was using, so that was fun. And I didn't want this planet-looking thing to be completely clear, so I watered down some paint and I rubbed it all over it, along with those weird tube things, which I'm pretty sure held glitter at one point. And of course, the inside of the box needed to be painted, and since there was red already on the outside of the box, I just put it on the inside as well. I painted some of the smaller buttons, then sketched around where that clear thing would be so I didn't have any spacing problems as I started to glue the things onto the base. And these tubes are gonna have lights in them, so I needed to make room for that. So I took the hot glue gun and I melted the plastic so then I could stick a wire in there. And then I glued the eyeballs into the box, and a little addition that I made was I took some pin backings and I put them on the top of the box like they're stabbing the eyeballs. I have this little weird metal plate and I glued that down, glued all the bones and that one red eyeball down, and then it was time to glue on the weird clear thing that wasn't so clear anymore. And for the tubes, I wrapped a sparkly pipe cleaner around a highlighter and I shoved it into the tube, like so. And then I inserted a light in there and then just did the same thing with the other tube, glued them down. Oh my gosh, this is so fast paced, I don't know what to do when I am not needing to talk. And now the lights turn on, which is really cool. I glued on a little detail to one of the buttons, and then I glued the skull onto one of the other buttons. And here's what it looks like with the working lights.
This is what I have so far, and I'm obsessed. I love it so much. There's lights. That's so cool to me. Okay, I'll stop. Now the final things that I really need to add are like the button parts. These little things are supposed to they're supposed to be buttons, but they don't look like buttons if they're just kind of attached to the thing. So I'm going to take a squishy and some cotton balls to make it act like a button. Trust me on this. Let's just get into finishing this. Ugh, and then I have to put a clear cut. Oh, I'm so excited.
I did not explain this very well either, so I'm back again, voice over me here. So I hot glued some cotton balls to fill in the empty space in these buttons, and then I hot glued a squishy into there as well, so then when I press it, it pops back up because, I used a squishy and some cotton balls. So that is how I made the buttons a little more interactive, because I didn't just want to glue them on there, they're supposed to be buttons. So for the last, 3 buttons? There's 4 buttons on this. I showed you that I did one. This is the progress of the other 3, and I'm rambling at this point, but I have these silver beads that I glued on to the edge of the machinery base, whatever, to make it look like nails.
It is the next day here. We've got different outfit, new spooky makeup we got so far. It is almost done. I think the final things that I'm gonna do is just like metallic bits and then like a clear coat over the entire thing, and then it is done. With that, there's lights in there now. That's so fun. So yeah, there's working lights in these little like tube looking thingies, and the lights on this outside here, that's just for decoration. They don't actually work, but I'm really happy with that. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, my headphones, my podcast. It is done. My spooky, weird machine box thing. I don't know what to call this. What machinery is this? Like, what is the point of the spooky eyeballs and the buttons and the movable skull and also the eyeball on the bones? It needs a story. Oh my gosh, what if it's like a control panel for like a bomb or something? A murderous drone? A doomsday device. What is up with me and destruction of the world? Oh my gosh. If you have any ideas as to what this device controls, leave it down below. And yeah, that'll be the story. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I think it's perfect for spoopy season. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and coming along with me as I created something spooky for, you know, the month of October and just like spookiness in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video because I actually did have a ton of fun making it. And I also hope that you have a fantabulous rest of your day. And make sure to have a spooky Halloween. Bye!